Welcome back, everybody. Let's get these last few troubles out of the way. Well, there's still 3 more, but they'll be post-game. Newsletter. Would you please deliver the Silver Club newsletter routing slip for me? Please come pick it up at my house in Twilight Town. Yes. I honestly was not expecting this to be so late. I thought this was like a post-Chapter 4 trouble, not gonna lie. I will say, once again, that the pipe room makes a lot of this game so much more manageable when compared to the original. Like, I would not be surprised if no one wanted to go back and 100% of the original game because of how much annoying back and forth there is between even the troubles. Mario, you accepted my trouble request. My, now that's something. I hope you delivered this Silver Club newsletter routing slip to the Great Tree Elder. I used to bring it myself, but this hip is really growling at me. Would you take it for me? Yeah, I would like to point out that we are effectively on a senior citizen visiting quest. Alright. Well, hey there, Martio. Are you here to listen to me pontificate for a spell? I am on a senior citizen routing slip duty. We'll talk later. This is the Silver Club newsletter routing slip. You came here to give this to me? Twilight Town's mayor sent you. My last youth fountain bath there was nice, I recall. Excuse me, say what? Youth fountain bath? The fountain of youth is in Twilight Town? No wonder you're not dead. Now the slip needs to go to the Petalburg mayor, but my hernia's acting up? Say now, could you take this to the mayor of Petalburg for me? I'm counting on you. What on earth is this? Guys! Dip the Fountain of Youth! Let yourselves die! Your bodies are gonna give out! Man. Alright. Let's see what this guy has to say. Murphy! What can I do you for, young man? Routing slip. Hey, the Silver Club routing slip? Is that from the Puny Elder? That's old so-and-so. That reminds me. The super blood pressure gauge I borrowed from her was great. Since I'm the last one to sign this, it just needs to go back to the Twilight Town's mayor. Patooey! But I seem to have caught a bit of a cold. How convenient. Can you take it to the Twilight Town mayor? Thanks, Murphy. Look, I'm gonna say this. If anybody over the age of 70 is watching this video, I don't mean this in any way, I don't mean to offend you in any way, but know when you're licked. Know that you cannot you can't outrun life, and you can't cheat death. Life is gonna catch up to you, and so is death. You might want to accept that sooner or later. Alright, let's finish this wrinkly old side quest up. Fountain of Youth, my ass. Where are y'all hiding this thing? No wonder the old people in Mario games just don't pass away. Hello, Mario. Did you deliver that newsletter routing slip or what? Yes, here you go. The mayor of Petalburg has a cold. Oh, tarnations and diggity dangs. What in tarnation? I suppose that's why you're being kind enough to bring this by on his behalf. Thank you for that. Oh, before I forget, here's your reward, Mario. Please take it. 30 coins. I really don't know if 30 coins is worth it in this universe, but apparently it is. We Silver Clubbers, that does not sound right, have been going strong for 20 years with our slogan, Age? What? I can't tell if that's a slogan or your Alzheimer's kicking in. We discussed longevity secrets and the like, you know. You mean like the Fountain of Youth somewhere in Twilight Town? Maybe you'll join us in 20 years? If you're still standing in 20 years, I'm digging your grave for you. Jeez. Alright, I think that's enough senior citizen jokes before the entire nursing home comes banging up my apartment door. Alright. I am going to quickly change my mind on one thing. And that is, I am not doing the last trouble without the pipe to Far Outpost. Because the general white quest that we're going to have to do now is significantly less taxing than the original one. But with access to a Far Outpost pipe, well, that just makes things a hell of a lot better. It's shorter, sure. But at the same time, the first time was longer and we didn't have access to the pipe. So, I would rather that we do not go through that. So, we're going to head to the 1,000-year door so that we can, at the very least, get the Far Outpost pipe activated so that we can make good use of it. Now, granted, going forward, we're not really going to need to go anywhere else. Like, well, I mean, the last few troubles we will need to, but that's after we beat the game. So, that reminds me, what on earth am I going to do for that full episode? What kept you? I was doing a senior citizen run, okay? Shut up. You're probably old enough to be using that routing slip, too. Oh, excuse me. I'm surprised he survived that. It's all come down to this. Hurry now, Mario. Hold aloft that last crystal star. Alright. And this time we get the full thing going. Everyone's here. Every crystal star. Frankly. Who I frankly don't trust right now. I like the new, again, just, they cared. It really did feel like they cared about this remake. Whether it be because we wanted it so much, or there was actually devotion in the team, they cared. They cared about this remake, and I see it. Visuals are amazing, the new little details are amazing. While they didn't add too, like, I don't even want to say they didn't add too much, because realistically they did. They did add a lot of great quality of life features to this game. If you disagree with me, go right ahead. But this is my favorite video game of all time. I will stand by everything I say about it. The good and whatever slight bad I can think of. I mean, the backtracking is still there, and yeah, sure, it still sucks and it's problematic, but I'm just not bothered by it. With the pipe system here, it's so much easier. It's worth it. At long last, the entrance to the Palace of Shadow has opened. How do you know that? How do you know that the Palace of Shadow is what this tomb is called? Again, no one knows what's behind this door. That's another thing. Frankly, you're a little too suspicious. And it really took me this long to really piece it all together on everyone's behalf. We're just going to go through the door and then head back out. Because, I need to, you know. What should we do? Go back to the Troll Center. The 1,000-year door. Roll credits! I do like the camera views, but how would one get up to those balconies? Whoa, this place is nasty. But we don't have a choice. We gotta cruise through and save Peach before this whole cataclysm happens. Come on, Gonzalez. I will say, though, for a palace that's been sunk underground for 1,000 years and sealed behind a magical door, this place held up suspiciously well. Assuming that's carpet on the ground and it's not musty and literally dust. There are quite a few questions I have for the Palace of Shadows, but we'll save those questions for another time, because we're not going there just yet. I have to do the same joke again. Alright, last trouble time. Last trouble for this part. But, man, we've got almost all of them done. We're gonna get another 3 after we beat the game, and truth be told, there's nothing worth any of them. I need you to take something to General White. Please come and get it with all speed. Meet me in Poshley Heights. See, no, actually no. What was on my mind is nothing that needs to be said right now. It can be said later, if at all. Okay, Gold Bob. How's it going, my friend? So, Gonzalez, how did you enjoy your cannon ride, I'd like to go to the moon and look for some investment opportunities. Dear lords, keep this guy on the Earth. He's bad enough here as it is. I don't think we need him on the moon, too. But enough of that. I need you to take this to General White immediately. Package. I think General White is back in Far Outpost now. It's a bit far, but you can handle it. Oh boy! Alright! Here we go again! You are a piece of work, you know that? Hello, Mario. Do you need something? What? A delivery? From Gold Bob? You came all that way to bring it to me. Bro, I went way more than just that. Yes, well delivered. So you'll go fetch your reward, I assume. Say hello to Gold Bob when you see him. Well then, perhaps I'll go check on Big Bob. Man. It's I almost want to say, like, I almost want to what's the word? I want to almost say that the developers were bold enough to do that a second time. Like, wow. You not only took what probably was the worst part of the game. Well, not only did you make that part to begin with, you repeated it for a trouble. That has got to be the biggest middle finger, and I honestly wish I could see reactions to people when they did that for the first time. I feel like this trouble alone is what's going to make people never want to 100% this game. I gotta give them credit though. It's freaking hilarious that they did that. Did you find General White? I see, and he received it. Good. Thanks, Gonzalez. Here's your reward. 64 coins. I will admit that is better than 30. And I expect as much from someone with a rich status like Gold Bob. Alright. You know what? I don't really know what else to do in this episode. And to be frankly honest, I actually don't know how much time it'll take for me to edit that whole thing. But there's just not really much I can do aside from start the final chapter, and I think it's best to just start it in a new episode. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna head right back to Rogueport, and I'm just going to end the episode off. Because, well, like I said, there's not really much else to do. I've done all the recipes, so that's actually a huge time saver for a grand majority of post-game. I feel like the only thing that's left in the post-game is Prince Mush's fight and the last 3 troubles. And I feel like the last 3 troubles might end up just being a full episode. Yeah, because I just realized that one of the troubles involves me going down the Pit of Under Trials to 450. We'll have to make a plan. But, for now, I hope you guys all enjoyed this week of Thousand Year Door. We're getting close to the end. We'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace out.